welcome to this very special 9:10 to Coleraine, which is our first journey of Hush, the Silence of Sewing. And the silence of sewing is not about being quiet, it's not about not chatting, it's about creating some inner sense of quietness and stillness by doing a beautiful, slow, repetitive activity such as sewing, because your heart rate drops, your pulse slows down, your breathing slows down, your body goes into relax mode. I call it pre-med mode. You know that feeling on an aeroplane before you take off? You're like suspended animation. I want you to feel that today, even in short, not all the time, but in short bursts. And the way to relax is just forget about everything. And if you sew something, that's amazing. If you don't, you will be experiencing the first of 3 really special trips. And I'm hoping you're going to come on trip number 2 and 3 with us. My work is inspired by things that I've learned through my life. I worked at the Imperial War Museum. The main thing that I took away with me from that is learning the importance of handing down skills. Learning to sew is one of them, and it's a skill that perhaps isn't taught now. So it's really lovely. We're quite an intergenerational group today. Make, Do and Mend was a government campaign during the Second World War that has been reinvented. But what we're able to do now is do it with hindsight. We're able to do quicker techniques. We're able to use nicer materials. We're able to use bright colours. I have absolutely everything we need. I'm here to help you and inspire you. But today it's all about you. So you're the stars today. And welcome back. We have arrived back at Belfast Central Station, Grand Central, after quite an amazing day. We left here early this morning, as you know, with a group of 8 ladies, and I took them on a sewing journey. The journey is called the Silence of Sewing. There wasn't much silence, there was an inner peace and tranquility, but we chatted all the way. We worked with vintage fabrics on hoops, and we learnt some new stitches, but we also looked at the skills that we already had. So we had an artist in our group, we had an embroiderer, we had a knitter, a really lovely selection of people. We made our way to Coleraine, and at Coleraine we engaged with the Chatty Carriage to mark the beginning of Age Awareness Month. There were over 110 people who'd taken part in that. Later in the afternoon we got a train back to Belfast, and on that train I went through the basics of sashiko, which is a Japanese form of repair stitching. And in fact there were 2 ladies on the train, both called Mary, who were from Dundalk, who'd been retracing their steps on a train to the place where as schoolgirls they worked the summer holiday seasons at a hotel in Portrush, and they joined our sewing group, and they were expert stitchers. But all in all, it's been a really remarkable day. So I just really wanted to say a huge big thank you to the group who came today. I'd like to thank TransLink for facilitating this, and to MDTV for providing me with the opportunity to do this, and of course the Arts Council Northern Ireland. So thank you, and don't forget the Silence of Sewing.